My child, you have been staring at empty places for so long that you almost forgot life can exist where nothing is visible. You have looked at broken dreams, silent rooms, unanswered prayers, and doors that never opened, and you quietly decided that the story was over. You believed the loss had the final word. You believed the barren season meant I had stepped away. But I want you to hear me clearly today. What disappeared from your hands never escaped mine. What changed around you never changed my heart toward you. What was stripped from the branches never reached the root. I know this season has been heavy. I know you are tired of carrying memories that still ache when they return. I know there are moments when you smile in front of people and then sit alone and wonder how everything became so different. I know there are nights when your thoughts move in circles and your heart keeps returning to the same questions. Why did this happen? Why did this end? Why has it taken so long? Why does nothing seem to change? I have heard every question. I have collected every tear. I have watched every quiet moment when you felt like no one could see what was happening inside you. I have been with you every time you reached for hope and then pulled your hand back because disappointment felt safer than expectation. I have been beside you when you opened old messages, looked at old pictures, or remembered the way things used to be. None of it escaped my notice. You think your story stopped moving because you cannot see progress. But hidden things are still growing. The seed underground does not announce itself. The roots do not make noise. The tree begins its work in silence. The deepest transformations always happen where human eyes cannot watch them. You keep asking me for evidence while I keep working in places that do not need applause. You keep measuring your life by what you can see while I keep building things that can only be understood later. You keep calling the season empty while I keep calling it preparation. My child, the field is not dead. The field is resting. The field is gathering strength. The field is becoming ready for something new. There are things I can do in winter that cannot be done in spring. There are roots that can only form in darkness. There are lessons that can only be learned when familiar comforts disappear. There is a strength that only develops when you continue walking even though you cannot yet see the destination. You wanted immediate answers. I wanted lasting transformation. You wanted relief. I wanted healing. You wanted to escape the valley. I wanted to teach you how to find streams in dry places. That is why I have stayed with you in the slow season. You think nothing is happening because you do not feel dramatic change. But I am not only the God of sudden moments. I am also the God of quiet mornings and long winters and hidden roots. I am the God who patiently builds things that remain standing. A house that rises too quickly often lacks a strong foundation. A tree that grows too fast often falls in its first storm. A life that never learns endurance struggles when hardship arrives. I know the future that waits for you, and because I know what is coming, I am preparing you now. I am strengthening what fear weakened. I am restoring what disappointment exhausted. I am rebuilding places that nobody else can reach. You call it waiting. I call it preparation. You call it delay. I call it construction. You call it silence. I call it sacred work. My child, stop assuming that my quietness means my absence. I have never abandoned what I created. I have never forgotten what I promised. I have never planted something beautiful only to walk away from it. You are still in my hands. You are still within my care. You are still part of my plan. You are not behind. You are not overlooked. You are not forgotten. I know the temptation to compare your journey with someone else. You see other people celebrating and moving forward, and you quietly wonder if I have different plans for you. Listen carefully. I do not write identical stories. I do not grow every garden in the same season. I do not ask every seed to bloom at the same hour. Comparison has stolen enough of your peace. Stop measuring your journey against people who are walking different roads. Your story has its own timing. Your life has its own purpose. Your season has its own harvest. The tree that grows slowly often develops the deepest roots. The river that moves steadily shapes mountains. The sunrise arrives gradually and still fills the entire sky with light. Do not despise small beginnings. Do not underestimate hidden progress. Do not reject slow growth. You have been carrying pressure that I never placed on you. You have been acting as though everything depends on your strength. My child, you were never meant to carry that burden. Some things only grow through trust. Some things only develop through patience. Some things only arrive after long faithfulness. Take a deep breath and release what was never yours to control. You do not need to know every answer. You do not need to understand every delay. You only need to remain close to me. I know you are weary. I know there are days when hope feels expensive. I know there are moments when faith feels difficult. But feelings do not always tell the truth. A seed can be alive and still appear lifeless. A tree can be healthy and still lose every leaf. A person can be growing and still feel uncertain. Growth is not always visible. Healing is not always dramatic. Miracles are not always loud. Sometimes the greatest miracle is simply that you are still here. You are still breathing. You are still praying. You are still getting up. You are still trying again. That itself is evidence of grace. My child, I am not finished with you. The chapter that hurt you is not the entire story. The season that disappointed you is not your final destination. The valley is not your permanent address. You are moving forward even when the progress feels invisible. You are healing even when emotions still ache. You are becoming stronger even while carrying questions. The future is not empty. The future is being prepared. I know the dreams you still carry. I know the prayers you almost stopped praying. Bring them back into the light. Do not let fear become the author of your expectations. Winter never has the final word. Night never lasts forever. The seed never remains underground forever. Morning always arrives. Spring always returns. Life always rises again. I have placed resilience inside you. I have planted courage inside you. I have written purpose into your life. The storms changed many things, but they did not remove what I placed within you. You still carry gifts. You still carry strength. You still carry purpose. You still carry promise. One day you will look back on this season and realize that what seemed like an ending was actually a beginning. Until that day, keep walking, keep praying, keep loving, keep believing, keep planting seeds of faith, keep showing kindness, keep choosing hope. You do not need to have everything figured out. You only need enough trust for today. I will provide strength for today. I will provide grace for today. I will provide light for today. And when tomorrow arrives, I will meet you there too. So release your grip on fear. Release your need to understand everything. Rest in my care. Rest in my faithfulness. Rest in my timing. I am still working. I am still planting. I am still restoring. I am still leading. I am still writing your story. The ground beneath you is not abandoned. The seed within you is not dead. The dream I gave you is not forgotten. What I began in you, I will continue. What I planted in you, I will nourish. What I promised you, I will not neglect. You may not see the roots. You may not understand the process. You may not know how the next chapter will unfold. But trust me anyway, because the deepest work of love often happens in silence. And the most beautiful things I create usually begin in hidden places.